After 3 months at home, Chris and I were headed north and west in July 2023. We stopped one night overnight in Georgetown, Kentucky, cut the corner of Indiana, before arriving in Champaign, Illinois at D&W Lake Camping for 2 nights in July. After a one-night stopover at Kellogg RV Park in Kellogg, Iowa, Chris and I arrived at Lazy H Campground in Akron, Iowa on July 9th. This part of Iowa was so green and lush, it was beautiful. Our campground was amazing, but it wasn't long before Chris and I were ready to head out on a ride and see what the countryside had to offer. Akron, Iowa is a tiny little town, not much more than the grain bins and the main street right next to the railroad track that cuts through the state. But we loved how quiet and quaint everything was, and really the town had everything that we needed. The Lazy H Campground was stunning and unexpected, not one we had originally planned. The campground itself is laid out around a 50-acre lake that has plenty of water activities and fishing for everyone. The campground even boasts its own food truck called the Lazy Susan. It wasn't open while we were on site, but the menu looked amazing. Each of the campground's 100 sites are 65 feet long by 20 feet wide, capable of both 30 and 50 amp, full hookup and pull-through sites. And best of all, the space between each site is a glorious 65 feet of this lush green lawn, so you have all the space you could want on your site as well as in between your neighbors, plenty of room to stretch out and relax. This campground was truly one of the best campgrounds we've ever seen. As Chris and I watched the sunset over the Iowa farmland, we couldn't have imagined how different our night was going to be.